Hey there, fellow ship flippers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts. Episode 21, Golden Saint, all fixed up. So the next task is to set up legal piloting, which is a little difficult because... So the reason why I didn't fully pressurize is we need to install the antenna. So I'm going to need to punch a hole into the ship to get the antenna on the outside. Because I don't have like an airlock that allows me to get out there. So, okay, here's the deal. To go over to the overlay here. We could potentially try to design the ship. So we're probably going to want like a closed bridge. But what's forbidden in the closed bridge is RCS stuff, rec stuff, wellness, toilet, reactor, bed. So to that end, the back shouldn't be the bridge because the back has the back section has RCS intakes. So I think the closed bridge is going to be here, like kind of in front. Where the reactor room is, or was. And this is going to be the new bridge. And I can just uninstall the core pump, and I think it will register as a bridge. Because I don't think all the other things in here that would make it not bridged need to be installed. Also, Prox Alarm is going crazy. I think it's just the other derelict that's sitting on us. Yeah, it's the other derelict. Or it's like sensors that went off and are going crazy. Okay. Let's also get the antenna up. So we'll put the antenna... Oh, come on, guy. Where am I running off to? Apparently there was a motor outside that allowed me to fix one of the doors. That's going to be really handy because having multiple doors to compartmentalize the ship is going to pay for itself, I think. So the antenna's on, and one of the doors is being fixed. Good. And we'll stick this door here. Or here. And then put another wall in there to make it, like, separated. Which means I'm uninstalling this pump. There. I'll just stick the pump there. I don't really care where it goes. And then uninstalling this pump. I'll probably just leave the CO2 tank like out in space. I don't, again, care. I'm just trying to have the closed bridge register as a closed bridge. That's my concern. Because it will make me more money. Alright, prox sensor. Just cut it off. Oh, you know, it might be the nav station here that's going crazy. Yeah, it was. Okay, so we have the bridge. The other thing that it needs is a transponder. And then while we're at it, let's grab the heater as well. But for now, turn it off. So we need a wall there, and I know I'm going to forget to put the wall down. Where'd that dolly go? Yo, dolly. Let's bring the dolly back to my ship. I'm just going to perpetually lose it if I don't. So we'll grab a wall. Wall. Oh, come on, game. There we go. Put the dolly away. So this wall is so that we can separate out the bridge from everything else. Okay, opening that overlay again. The closed bridge cannot have RCS distribution, rec items, wellness items, toilet, IC reactor, or bed, and I don't believe it has any of those things, but let's double check. I don't see any RCS, I don't see any beds. Oh no, there's a bed on the floor. I don't think that really matters because it's like not installed, but I'll put it elsewhere. There. There's no intakes. So yeah, this is a closed bridge. We replaced that? No, we haven't replaced that wall. So install. Right there. And now it should be airtight again. So the other thing I was going to do is to put the transponder in. So we're flight legal. It's a terrible spot for it because it's not powered in that spot, but whatever. This ain't pimp my ride. This is just get it moving. All right. Technically speaking, the Golden Saint is a licensed legal ship now. Technically speaking. Doesn't move anywhere, not really. Well, I guess it does. It technically has an intake and everything. Okay. The next task is to set up atmospherics. So for that, I need my sensors. And I'm going to uninstall all the sensors in the new ship and put them all in the same spot and set up all of atmospherics like in the same spot. Probably in the center of the ship. So the O2. Might as well put the other thruster in. Symmetry for symmetry's sake, I'll install it. Symmetrical to the other one. So here's the N2. Here's the thermo. And then coming into... Let's set up all the sensors. So we already have another thermo up here with cooler. So we'll do atmospherics here in this little bay. So O2 pressure. N2 pressure. And Turtle, thank you for the resub. And then these pumps are fine. I'll just repurpose them. So the N2 pump. Auto. With the input being the N2 alarm. And then the O2 pump. Auto. Input is the O2 alarm. I'm sure the cans will be emptied out, but hey, look, we've got pressure. All right, then the thermostat. So the cooler. Auto. Input is the thermo. And then we can set up the other cooler the same way. And then I'll install the heater somewhere closer. All right. Okay, the heater was over here. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to force open all the interior bulkhead doors so that the gas equalizes around the whole ship, not just the center section, obviously. That will be the next thing I do. So heater... Actually, that's a terrible spot, but... Because... no, don't do that. I can't swap my tanks if I put it there easily. Alright, CO2 can go away. Don't care about you. Heater goes in. Auto input thermometer. All right. Atmospherics is on. So door open. And now it should start equalizing. Do that with this door too. Open. That N2 can, I'm sure, will run dry pretty soon. It's at 12%, so let's go hunt down another N2 can to replace it. One that has gas. These cans are pretty friggin' empty. This one has gas, I guess. Hey, John. Thank you for the chair. There we go. Pressure's climbing. Fantastic. Alright, so it's pressurized. It's very cold in here still, but, you know, that's changing slowly. So let's root around the ship real quick for thruster intake fuel. I don't think we have very much here. In terms of thruster intake fuel, we could always go back to the gas hauler, or I could use oxygen as a propellant. Yeah, I'm just gonna use... No, maybe I won't use oxygen as a propellant. Did I just jettison that oxygen? Where did that oxygen go? Yeah, somehow I jettisoned the oxygen despite the fact that it wasn't near the edge of the map. Okay, cool. Well, it's almost breathable on the ship. It's a little cold, but almost breathable. A trashed N2 alarm. Alright, the other thing is, what does our battery life say? We have 3 hours. Okay, so let's go ahead and uninstall the other batteries on our ship and move them on over. Okay, we've got... What, is this not connected? Hello? This is 4 hours. It's plenty of time. What are we doing to this thing? Install, please. These batteries not getting... I mean, the conduit is complete, so I don't really know what's going on there. Alright. The other thing is, this intake, ideally, gets fixed up. So what we need to do is we need to loot a motor and N2 gas cans. That is, I think, the remaining wish list for this ship before we bring this ship back to port and sell it. But it is pressurized. I mean, it's basically breathable. It's a little cold, but it's already breathable. So let's go ahead and shove off from here and find a motor that we can use. Before I do that, I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up because I know I dumped a whole bunch of stuff on the ground and we can clean it a bit. I meant to sell... No, never mind. Okay, I think we have enough screens. Oh boy. I think I'll just install the thermostat loose on the new ship just to sell it. There's motors outside the ship. Well, I can't really get outside the ship without doing some destructive damage, so it's a bit moot at this point. The fusion manual should be sold. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff here that like could stack. I'm not trying to organize it. I'm just trying to tidy up the floor at the moment. So all the stuff I want to sell, I'll put on the... Actually, the pens I'm keeping. Let's put them in the... No, don't decorate that. Put them in the bins. Bin's full. I think this bin is full of guns, right? Yeah, there's room for one more pen. Am I out of nitrogen? Did it pressurize as much as it possibly could? I'll check that in a moment. No. There's still gas left in the can. But, you know, this is breathable, so... Alright. Let's go ahead and... drink some water, and then head to find thruster fuel. John, thank you for the cheer. So I know this was a gas hauler, but like it's a meat-infested gas hauler, so I don't really want to go back there. I'm going to try to find thruster fuel somewhere else. Is there a crafting system in this? Not really, no. You're not building ship parts from scratch. You're a scavenger. Alright, threading the needle here between hubs and our golden eagle, or whatever. What was his name? Golden Saint? Local authority is detected. Well, we're licensed, so I don't really care. As long as they don't crash. You know what? Let me quick save, because they do have a history of smashing into me at light speed, so... And I don't count that as my deaths. When the game goes haywire, it's not on me. Nav message received. They were just going to be saying, hey, you're clear, you're fine. Message log. Unread messages. Yep, salvage permit seems to be in order. Have a good day. Well, at least they're not going to murder me today. So, thruster fuel and maybe some motors, and we'll be good to go. It's a big one. It's a Titan Max. Storm Brother. Do I need my sword? You know what? Better safe than sorry. Swing! Oh, it's a Lux ship. Look at this. Very fancy. Fancy and everyone's dead. How's my tool power? 63 and 63. Yep. So this colored flooring and walls are like the cruise liner, they're fancy ships. Which are heavier. The Hummel is a heavier panels, so it's like not actually nice to have. You know what? An extra thruster? No, don't bash it. Dang it. Might as well bring this and install it back on the other ship. It allows us to limp back to K-Leg a little bit faster. And I will be treating this ship, this new ship, this cruise liner, as like salvage. So anything that can be installed on the other ship, I will grab if it's like really worth it. Oh yeah, hi meat. Well, I won't be sticking around long. Take the nav. And look for motors. I am sitting on one, I know. Oh, a rad pen. Actually, drop that real quick. Grab what we need to repair it. Cancel the repair. Oh, cancel the repair. Bring it back. When you have meat, everything's a little time sensitive, you know? You shouldn't, like, hang out unless you very long. Because you'll get swallowed. This thruster is in working order. We'll take this one too. And yes, the meat can jump ships. And when it spreads to your ship, the only thing I would say is make sure you don't dock with K-Leg or it's game over. Like, so if it's ever on your ship, kill it, and if you can't kill it, abandon ship. But never bring it back to K-Leg, because if it spreads on K-Leg, you're kind of done. Like I said, game over. As you can see, it's already spread into this next room. It spreads pretty quick. It's pretty aggressive. Well, I haven't seen any thruster fuel yet. We could always go to another... Oh, blue helmet. We could always go to another derelict if we need to. Oh, there we go. But I haven't searched the whole thing, so there's still time. Bullets. There's yet another working thruster if we wanted it. At this point, I'm most... Oh, hello, fuel reg. I'm mostly just going to be concerned about wrapping up the ship flipping. Guess I'll take a cooler. Oh, HE tank. It's pretty empty, I think. 500 kilograms is not a lot as far as fuel goes, but it sells. And I'll see if I can grab the MHD and the other stuff too before I'm forced out due to meat. So keeping an eye on the meat. The meat has spread about 2 tiles into that section, just to track where it, how fast it's moving. I could obviously like try to kill it with my katana, but again, not the goal. All right, back here seems to be a bit empty. There is N2 cans. So we've got a 7%, a 79%. That will work as thruster fuel. We have a working intake. I'll take that as well. Right, a 59, that's pretty good. And a 52. So orders. All 1, 2, 3. Thruster, that one's broken, not gonna bother with it. CO2 scrubber, wow. And it's like intact and working. Order haul. Heater works. I guess I'll take it too. Any other big ticket items to grab before I leave? Laser ray, and MHD, and fuel reg. And I'll probably... I'm not going to repair them here because we're strapped for time. So once we grab this stuff, we'll push out. Alright. Hauling the tanks in. And then the CO2 scrubber, the heater, the fusion parts, and then we'll push out. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Stuff I want to sell, I'll put on the floor. Let's get out of here before the meat overtakes us. So heading back to BV2Z. But we have to avoid the other derelict that's like kind of low-key in the way. So I might get some proximity alarms for that, but we'll see. Can I mark ships as meat-infested? I mean, with a kind of notepad, but no, like the game doesn't have anything like that. Alright. Let's restore thrusters first, I guess. I'm gonna have to do some avoidance. Generally speaking, when I leave a ship, I don't leave anything of enough value on the ship to warrant going back to it. So needing to mark down ships that are infested is not necessary, because like I don't return to derelicts I've already searched. Scrapping ships that I've already scrapped, there's not going to be valuable scrap left. Generally. Well, technically speaking, I don't really need a helmet going over to this other ship. It is now, it's a little cold, but it is, it's pressurized. So let's grab the most full O2 can and drag it on over. So here's the broken intake. I'll put my helmet on so I can actually see what I'm doing now because of the suit. And repairing the intake. Restoring it up so it doesn't immediately re-break. Probably good enough. Okay, what else do we want to put in the ship? Another intake. There we go. Grab one of the other N2 cans. Now there should be plenty of fuel to get back to K-Leg. We did want to grab the thrusters. So I'll put one here. And it is fully restored, so I don't need to worry about that. Oops. The other one is not fully restored, but it might not be symmetrical. Don't really care. When the plan is to sell it ASAP, make it look nice, not a big deal. Okay, let's see about repairing the fusion parts and installing the fusion parts on the derelict. Won't actually have a fusion reactor, but like we can flip the parts for more if they're installed. I'm not going to get them all the way repaired, though. I, like, don't care that much. Oh, right. We can't really install this because we don't have a field coil. Never mind. Let's not even bother with that. We could do that to the HE tank, though. So I'm just going to throw, like, a random HE tank on here, because why not? And then we could do the cooler. Just to increase the cell value. I don't even really need to power it on. It's like not a big money maker. Can we put the cooler? I filled those slots. There. All right, what else can we move over? The scrubber. Whoever buys this is going to be like, what the hell is this thing? Because it's basically just a junkyard slapped together. But, you know, that's how it be sometime. It's more or less what I found my ship in its condition when I inherited it. It was junk. And another heater. And again, this is because the room modifying modifier makes, like, evaluates things as more for more money when it is installed in a room. So selling ships, it's better to install parts, you know, on a ship than not. All right, and here's a spare N2 can, I guess. I'll just install it here. All right, as far as I'm aware, we're basically done with that run, right? Like, everything that needed to be over is over now. I don't think there's really anything left on this ship that I can install on the other ship. Which means, let's go ahead and flip the batteries around. And fly the derelict, the Golden Saint, back to Kalik. I guess I'll take the core pump off and restore that later. All right, we are separated from Folk Pump. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow space pilots,